Hello, family. Welcome to another weekly training from Strategic Secrets Monetize the Skills Academy. Our community of professionals, entrepreneurs, ministry leaders, and anyone who has a success-minded orientation. We are always happy to bring these weekly trainings to you where we discuss different topics to help us up level in different areas of our life. My name is Chance, U.S. Navy veteran. I'm a #1 best-selling author, minister, as well as an implementation strategist. Every single week we get on here and we try to show you different ways to take what you know, your education, expertise, and experiences, and wrap them into products, programs, and services to deliver online in particular. Now, there are other things that you can do nonetheless, but we want to make sure that we leverage the power of technology so we can reach more people. If you do this, my friends, you will not only make an lasting impact, but you will be able to sustain your mission, message, and cause and fund your dreams. If that resonates with you, you are in the right place. Let's do some other quality checks. If you have not yet followed us on YouTube, Facebook, etc., please make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Make sure that you follow us on Facebook so you can be notified whenever we go live or have different things going on. Also, bookmark our website, strategicsecrets.com. We always have exciting things happening there. We produce courses, books, training, coaching, consulting, as well as we now have launched a brand new shoe or footwear line. So please check those out. We let you know some of that at the end here as well. So let's delve into our topic for today. We want to talk to you today about the amazing power of teamwork, the amazing power of teamwork. We wouldn't have a long presentation today. It's a very simple message, but nonetheless, it's often overlooked. So again, it doesn't matter what your background is, what you're trying to accomplish in the online world or in the natural, regular brick and mortar world. You need people and people need you. So teamwork is the ability to harness a group of people to be able to accomplish a particular task, objective, goal. When we are able to do that, we can produce better results, lasting results, and we can make a bigger impact than if we could alone. So this theme springs all throughout of life. It's even in the Holy Scriptures, right? Even in the very beginning, right? Adam and Eve, it was two at least, right? In the beginning to start out, whereas you have a team focus there. Adam could only do so much on his own. So another helper was given so he can be able to, or they can be able to now produce, dominate, govern, rule, and stuff like that. So whatever we see in existence today was not, everything was not created in the very beginning. Everything was added later on after whatever was there in the creation. God made man and gave him and her the ability to be able to now to utilize their gifts, their talents, their intellect and abilities now to take the natural resources that were given and produce all these different things, right? We didn't have laptops in the beginning. We didn't have computers. We didn't have airplanes, all of these different things. These continue to be creations of humanity, but no one human being, for example, is there creating all the new technologies. It's generally a team. One person can come up with an idea, of course, but to make that go viral, to make it go far and wide, to adapt a great share of the market, you need a team. Now, for example, let's take big companies like Amazon, right? We start in the business world. You have a company like Amazon, and so Jeff Bezos is the one that that we talk about. But again, what would Jeff Bezos be without his employees, without the different departments running Amazon? I'm pretty sure at this stage in Bezos' life, he probably does the very bare minimum as in terms of implementation in the company, right? So in the beginning, he did a whole lot of legwork, but again, he could only accomplish but so much. And then once he brought more people on, then he was able to do greater and better things. So you take any area of life, you will see this at play. You go to school, teachers can do nothing without students, and students need teachers, right? Even within, let's just take the teachers alone. One teacher cannot run an entire institution successfully and have it have sustained success over time. So there is normally a group of teachers. You have a principal at the head, but the principal again is providing a leadership, generalship type of a administration, but the teachers there are the ones implementing. Let's look at the military. Right, I was in the military for 7 years, 7 months. One of the things I love about the military, indeed, is its teamwork and camaraderie, brotherhood and sisterhood exists there to me in the greatest demonstration of those terms possible. I mean, I have never really and truly seen the level of brotherhood, camaraderie, and group think as I have seen in the military. I've never seen it elsewhere on that particular level. Of course, there are other places that that does it, but to the degree that I've seen it happen in the military, I've never seen it replicated anywhere else in my lifetime. Now, here's the thing: a general, any leader, officer, is nothing without their soldiers, right? The soldiers are the ones who do the implementation, who actually carry out the mission, the wars, etc. So you need generals, you need officers. They help to plan and lead again and organize and strategize. But then you have, when you break it down to its smallest structure, you look at the people are the ones who are carrying out the activities. So if you want to make a lasting impact, if you have a product, an idea, you want to create a course, you want to create a book, you want to create anything, think about what team can I assemble to make this thing possible. If you keep looking to yourself for the action, for the solution, for the answers, you will only be able to do but so much. In fact, you will be limited in many ways. But when you start thinking about how other people, you can leverage now other people's expertise and talents and education and the like. And when you bring those people together to help you bring your product, program, or service to life, indeed, it's a win-win situation for everybody. So teamwork is very important. Even the wisest man who ever lived, King Solomon. Well, we all talk about Solomon again, but Solomon's kingdom would not be as glorious as it was if Solomon did not have other people working for him. Solomon himself, for example, did not build the temple. Of course, Solomon's father was able to strategize and put together financial resources for the carrying out or the beginning stages of the work. Solomon added as he went along. But then you had different people, even from different countries, that came and helped to bring Solomon's vision and idea to life. And so that's what we are talking about. You must have a group of people, minimum one extra person beside yourself, because we need encouragement. Solomon says as well, two are better than one. A threefold cord is not easily broken. So if you have at least two people, now you can encourage each other, because everybody also gets discouraged along the way. So I want you to think about the power. There is an amazing power to teamwork, to multiplying the effectiveness of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and unlimited number of people, because you can only think so much. You only have so many hours in a day yourself, right? You only have so much resources, so much knowledge, and it's limited. But when you tap into the knowledge and resource pool available in infinity, really, because there's so many people that you can tap into to be able to help you in some way, shape, or form, you can make it happen. So let me show you how that works in my life in multiple different ways. So we talked about before how we use and leverage frameworks, right? That was our last study. We talked about frameworks, the importance of having them to be successful. But undergirth in those frameworks, again, are the people, the teams, the strategizers, or the implementers who make the things happen, the ones who execute on the big ideas. So for me, let's say academically, we start academically. Now, I generally I'm able to learn in my own style. I've discovered what my key learning style is. But again, I have learned to also leverage other people's knowledge. You know, I shared before, going through a master's program one point in my life, I didn't understand a particular subject, but then I was able to leverage even someone from overseas, right? As a guy from India who was he was a certified professional project manager. And so he was able to help me, give me knowledge and information that I needed to understand my particular course that I was taking. And guess what? I graduated with that degree, entire degree at a 4.0, but that particular course, I also got an A. It was because of the power of teamwork. So in that aspect as well, you can see teamwork. You can study in groups, right? If you are struggling in a particular area, get a group of people who are very good in chemistry and math, whatever it may be. And that way you are leveraging the power of teamwork. Now, in the area of finances, you must ask yourself, what team can you assemble to help you with your financial goals? So for me, we have a financial advisor. We have a financial advisor who has a very powerful strategy and system. Again, Mr. Don Daniel, love his program, love his strategy. But we use and leverage his knowledge and his books and his software to be able to take our finances to the next level, right? Same thing with Charles Mizrahi. We utilize him as well, Alpha Investor, for information and knowledge. That's putting a team together. That's part of my financial team, as I'm just giving you some ideas. Books. So we write a lot of books. I've published now 13 books myself and helped many individuals publish their books. So when I'm looking at a book, for me, again, it's a team. I don't bring all my books to life alone. Now, again, I told you my first book took me what? 5 years to produce, not because it actually was 5 years to write, but because in the very beginning, I was writing my book, editing my book, designing my book, lay out the book, and even trying to print the book myself. I was trying to do every single thing. But the actual writing the book was not a hard task per se. It did not take me long if you look at how many hours I actually spent or days I spent on the book itself. What took me long is because I was doing everything. I didn't know what I needed to know, and I did not leverage other powerful ways. Now I have over 8 different ways in which to write and publish books very quickly. So I am, as it were, the brainchild for content creation, because all my books, I have not had a ghost written book, nothing wrong with that. But I like to share my ideas, right? And what God has given to me. So that's why I want to write books. So what I do is I am able to come up with the content, the actual structure, the layout of the book, and the material of the book. Once I do that, now here is my team. I have an editor to edit my book. I stop worrying about editing and sounding good. I just get the content and I pass it on to the editor. That's my team. The editor now makes sure that my copy is good to the best of their ability, because I've seen New York Times best-selling books even with errors in them, okay? But in general, you have that person who does that. Then I have a graphic designer who does the cover for the book, right? Make it look professional and whatnot. I give, again, inputs, yes, but they're the ones who bring what is in my mind, what I'm trying to get, to be seen on the cover. They bring it to life. I am not a graphic designer. So though I've learned Photoshop, etc., but I don't mess with those things anymore, because I realize, again, if I'm trying to do all of that, then what else could I be doing? So my designer takes care of the cover. Then I have another person who does the interior formatting. So we have a graphic designer, we have a formatter, we have a editor, okay? And so once those individual, that's how basic the team can be. A team can be elaborate, it can be, bigger. So once we have those things together, now we are able to produce the book, get the book up on Amazon, Facebook, whatever. So we also we do our own marketing. That's what we do as well. But we want to make sure we have different people who can do different things in a better way. So for me, I mostly focus on Facebook and YouTube primarily. Well, Instagram is also with Facebook. So, anything outside of that, someone asked me recently also for advice on Pinterest. I'm like, hey, listen, you need to hire somebody to do that. So I can tell you generalized information, but I am not a specialist. I don't use Pinterest for ads. I hardly ever use Pinterest for anything. So I'm not the person to be on a team to do a strategy involving Pinterest. But can it be done? Yes. You don't have to know how to do it. What you do is you find the individual who is good in that thing and let them help you to make your creation come alive. That right there, again, it sounds simple, but everything that is simple is not always commonly practiced, right? So we want to ask you today, what project, what system, strategy, process that you are trying to implement that if you brought a team together, it can be done instantly. It can get, you can gain more momentum, right? Same thing with courses. I am the person who creates the course in the sense of most the ideas, that knowledge, the way it's done comes from me, right? But similarly, like books, I have someone who does the interior layout. I have someone who does the graphics and all of these different things. So it's the same idea. Now I also have other folks where I just send them my course information and they upload it to platform. So that's another wonderful thing that you can do. You see, so think about it along those lines. It's not that you cannot create something or get it done. The problem is maybe your lack of progress probably has been because you don't have a team. You don't have other people who can help you. Now, there's paid help and there's free help. It depends on what you need help with. I have found though that when you really need something done, it's better to pay to get it done, because then it will be done in a proper way. And then it also will be done in a timely fashion. So, and people feel good actually when they're remunerated for stuff. I would say, even if people help you for free, depending on what it is you're trying to achieve, remunerate them, because, or at least thank them with it, because it will be a blessing. But a team, again, in the family is a team. If everybody does everything, like right now, for example, my son is very young, right? But sometimes I'm doing chores around the house, or even cutting the grass sometimes, and it's like, hey, I need somebody to do something as simple as hold up the bags so that I can put the grass in it after it's been cut. That right there, I can do it all, but it will be very difficult. And I can also be teaching and training others in the same way. So again, there's no business, for example, where one person generally is running it. There's no practice, dental practice, medical practice, where it's just the physician or the dentist alone running it. There's no legal office where it's generally the lawyer alone. No, there are paralegals, there are assistants, there's receptionists. In a bank, you go there, you don't find one person, you find multiple people. There are always teams of people achieving anything. You take a movie, it's a team. Producers, directors, writers, actors, hairdressers, all of these are what? Teams. The director has a great idea, grasp, and a vision for the whole project. But again, he is not necessarily the one, or she is not necessarily the one who is editing, who is doing the special effect, sound effect, and choreographing the scenes, etc., fighting scenes, if it's that, or dancing scene, whatever it is. There are teams of people that bring it to life, and that's why sometimes it takes even years to bring a movie to life. And we enjoy it for 1 to 2 hours, but you don't realize some of these movies have taken years, but it took a team to bring it to life. So teamwork makes the dream work. Sorry for the cliche, but it works, right? Teamwork makes the dream work. Whatever your dream is, whatever your goal is in any area of your life, if you surround yourself with a team, you can do greater things. So ask yourself in these areas, here's a quick exercise now. Maybe you even want to write it down, even right now. Who are the people on your team to help you succeed in your relationships? Do you have a relationship coach? Do you have a couple that is many years your senior that you can go to them and ask for advice? Do you have books and courses and seminars and workshops that you can go to? Those can be part of your team as well. In your finances, do you have a team of people who can advise you when you're about to make financial decisions? If you're trying to become debt free, who is the team that can take it to the next level and help you achieve it faster? If you're trying to invest and you don't know how to do it, do you have a team? Who can you leverage, who have knowledge and experience and expertise, preferably in that particular area, that can help you so that you can now manage your money better or achieve greater financial results because you have a team. Health wise, Your team should, of course, most people have a doctor, a private physician, right? So you want to make sure that you have that. So your team, who is your team when it comes to healthcare? Do you have a regular doctor that you can go to that you like and trust? If you don't, hey, find one that you do like and trust. Your dentist, who is taking care of your dental needs, your vision needs, etc. Have those people written down and send them notes sometime and let them know, hey, I appreciate you being on my team, because that's what they are. You paying them money, right? You may not feel like they are, oh, it's a doctor, whatever, but no, they are on your team. Because remember, teamwork, everyone needs the other person, so that that's what team is. If there's no need for you, how can you be part of a team? Right? But the fact that you need them, it also says they need you, because guess what? If all the doctors and dentists didn't have people who pay for their services, it didn't matter what skill and talent they had. No one cares what degree you have behind your name, because if we don't find a need for your services, then you would not be remunerated. So that's why you should be empowered as well when you go to these places, because they need you and you are part of their team as much as they are part of your team. Now, business, who do you have on your team? Of course, if you are a big business, you should have your employees and whatnot. If you are starting out on your entrepreneurial journey, etc., or you kind of be more solopreneur-ish, there's no such thing necessarily, but generally it's a buzzword, solopreneur, meaning generally you're a sole proprietor, right? So you have your own business, small business, but you still need a team. So who can help you to be able to now run some jobs, run your marketing, run your advertising, run your websites and different things like that? Who are the people? If you're doing it all, you can only do so much. If you are in ministry, if you are a pastor, if you are a missionary and evangelist, or have a nonprofit ministry, again, what team do you have? Who helps you to write your newsletters? Who help you to with your bulk mailing? Who helps you to raise money? Do you have a team of donors? Again, a group of donors is part of your team, an essential part of your team if you're a nonprofit, because it takes donors to support and to help you to carry out what you need to do. They are part of your team. That's why you also need to thank your donors every so often, right? Now, again, it depends on what your mission is, right? Pastors, you need a team. I know that one is a challenge sometimes, I must admit, but at the same time, all of your volunteers, they're part of your team. Even though they are not paid staff, they're still part of your team. Value them as such, train them as such, and help them to know and realize that they're part of your team as well as you are part of their team, because we all want to win as a ministry, as a church, as a nonprofit. So who are the people that you can lean on, right? Like right now, I mean, I'm preparing to go on a family vacation. So I have a team of elders who can handle situations that will come for any specific things that need my attention. Then beyond that, if there's a specific thing that is within a specific department, there are departmental leaders that people can go to solve those particular problems. That's what teamwork is all about. Teamwork allows everybody to do what they are best suited to do, what they are good at. So when you're trying to do too many things, sometimes that's what you got to do. By the way, I understand that, to keep the things juggling, but you get burned out that way. You are not happy and fulfilled generally, because you're doing things that you're not really even equipped to do sometimes, or even want to do. So when everybody pitches in and everyone does their fair share, does their work to the best of his or her ability, then we can all achieve a great level of success, a great level of satisfaction and fulfillment, and a great level of impact, because we are working in our niche, in our skin, in our gifts and talents. And if everyone does that, then everyone will be happy, right? So that's why teamwork is essential. Again, think of any major business, think of any major organization that does not have teams working with it. Whether you are in ministry, business, social stuff, families, friendships, all of these are teams in the work that you're seeing. And for those who are, again, faith-based, spiritually minded, you go through all the Bible. When the kings went to war, that was their team. Similar like today, they needed their soldiers, they had officers. These officers needed the soldiers needed the officers, right? You have building the temple again. You needed that. Even building the sanctuary in the desert when Moses brought the people out of Egyptian bondage, there was teamwork, a group of people. God even said, hey, I have put wisdom in such and such. He is responsible for this. This one is responsible for that. Then when they organized the priesthood, okay, it was, here you have the high priest, here you have the regular priest, here you have the Levites. Some of the Levites were supposed to be like scribes. Some of the Levites were supposed to be in the treasury. Some of them were over music. Some of them were over this, and some of them were over that. That's organization. That's teamwork at play, right? And so that's what I want to leave with you today as a simple lesson. There is an amazing power to teamwork that you might be missing out on. And you need to ask yourself, for each of the key essential areas of your life, do you have a team to make things happen, to achieve greatness and success? If you don't, then your job in this next coming week is to make sure that you have a team that you can rely on. Who is the person that will help you to do X, Y, and Z? I want to make sure that you do that as an assignment. Don't just take my word for it. Please make sure that you implement. Alrighty, that's all for today. I want to remind you that we have lots of products and resources at strategicsecrets.com. We have books there. We have online courses that affects different areas of your life. Go ahead and take a course or bless someone with a course. Better yet, even become an ambassador where you pay a monthly subscription and you're able to tap into as many resources as possible. Some of the things that we create, you won't ever have to even pay for them in the future when you become a paid member. Also, we have recently launched, we have now spent 2 trainings talking about that. We have recently launched 3 different footwears, and so we want you to check out our shoes. We have a limited edition Strategic Secrets sneakers. It is unique. It is you can only get it at our website. Go to strategicsecrets.com/store, strategicsecrets.com/store, and check out that shoe or shoes. Maybe you might want to get more than one. Or right below this, here is where you see one right there. If you click on get your pair here, you will be able to do just that. So there are 3 versions, 3 different shoe that we have created. We want to make sure you get them. One is, of course, sneaker, primarily red, based on our logo, red, blue, yellow, and white. And so go ahead and get that one. Then we have a more high top walking sneaker / boots that you will be, definitely looking good with, because you can be certain that there are not a whole lot of people that will be wearing a shoe that you have, because this again is exclusive. This is limited in its edition, and you even get a certificate when you order that the shoe indeed is a protected design and it's a limited edition, right? Today, interestingly, right, because I did unboxing videos of these. By the way, if you go to our YouTube channel, strategicsecrets.com, click on the YouTube icon, you will see me unboxing these 2 shoes right here, right? The high top walking sneaker and the other one, which is very, very, very nice. Both of them are nice, and I have both of them. And so my son today, we were trying to go for a walk, and so he keeps asking me, Dad, why are you not wearing your shoes? I said, brother, I'm not wearing these shoes because they're not just regular shoes, right? These shoes cost more than all of your shoes that you have combined. So these are not regular walking shoes, okay? These are shoes that I wear on special occasion, and these are shoes that I want to keep, in a great condition, because hey, you never know, one day they might be worth even more. But anyways, just go ahead and check it out. So my son also designed this green one, which is called the Dino Maori footwear. And so if you want to check that out, feel free to go ahead and do that. So again, right below here is where you can see them, or go to strategicsecrets.com /store and see all the things that we have there. By the way, we are running some hot discount right now for some of the books and courses in our store. So if you do want to check those out, do that. And here's something. You are missing out. If you go on Udemy, because we do have all of our courses are here. We have put some on Udemy. We don't really always like Udemy, I must admit. I share that in one of our courses on how to create your courses. I am not a big fan of Udemy. However, just like, if wherever people can find your stuff, you want to put it there. You notice all of our courses are not on Udemy, but we do have three up there, three more of the general one. And that's also a way to, tap into other markets and kind of reach people, because as people see you there too, some of them will come over to where we are. But I'm telling you right now, we have students in all of our courses combined. Okay, we have students in over 140 different countries, and we are growing still. We have over 11,000 enrollments. Over 11,000 enrollments. You can check some of those out there on Udemy as well and see some of our 5-star reviews. And and when you add, of course, we have students in our own platform and in our own gateway membership site and ambassadors program. Those are things that will help you out as well. Okay, family, those are all that I have for right now. Good to see. I know we have Sister Martha is always coming on here. Sorry to call you Sister Martha, but it's habit, it's practice. Esme, good to see you here. May God richly bless you and your family. Let me show you a picture of for those of you who may not be aware. Let me show you a picture of what the third shoe look like. This green one here is more it's like an outdoorish military camouflages or dinosaur kind of feel, right? That's why we have dino in there. My son's, that's his theme. He loves dinosaur, but he actually created this one. I'm telling you, my son created this shoe himself. Okay, so he has one published book and he has also created one shoe. I tell you, we are making that boy into something in the near future. We don't want him to just be academic. That is very highly academic, but we are transforming his learning as he is young. For the summer, he's been reading several books. I got him some actual books, millionaires. Today, I got another book, with millionaire in there. I'm trying to have him read books about becoming a millionaire, even as he's young, but also to program his mind psychologically as well as he reads more millionaire. Something will click in his mind that this is important. So that's one of the ways in which you can help yourself too. So family, let me get out of here. Again, we talked about today, if you just came on, we talked about the amazing power of teamwork, right? You need a team to help you to do anything in life or to achieve greatness. You can only go so far by yourself. You only have so much knowledge by yourself. If you want to up level your life, your career, you want to get to places, you must have a team. So we gave you some exercises today and they're simple. I want you to write down clearly who are members of your team for your health, your finances, your family, maybe your academics, your career, professional life, your ministry, your business, nonprofit, whatever it may be. I want you to write down your team members. And if you don't have any, then recruit a team. You need a team to bring creations to life, so that way it also frees you up to focus on the thing that you are good at, the thing that you are perfect at. For example, even right now, as I leave, one last illustration: teamwork. We are preparing a back to school summer activity with our church and faith-based community, right? So we are having a 3-in-1 thing. We are having it's going to be a back to school thing where we're giving supplies for students. It's going to be a picnic and it's going to be a health fair. So all of these three things are happening simultaneously. Now, that's a big project. We have, one person who is designated like the project manager to all the tasks, make sure they are accomplished. We meet every 2 weeks or so, or we have been meeting every 2 weeks or so, because now we're getting closer, we're starting to purchase items. But we have been planning, and so we have different departments within the church that are over each specific thing. And different departments also contributed financially to purchase different things. That's teamwork at play there. One person trying to bring that to life is going to be a disaster. There's no way you can do it. Why? Because you need volunteers, because there's so many moving parts, especially for a health expo. You cannot have a health expo with one person, right? So there are different people who are volunteering their skills and their talents. We're going to be fellowshipping, etc. Now, my part that I'm doing as well is, before I go on vacation, I am over or working with, I should say, the marketing portion, right? But here's the thing. As soon as I get off here, I am going to submit to the graphic designer the information of what's needed. They are going to design. You see what I'm saying? I am not, even though I'm over, let me show you how it's working. My team is bringing the marketing together. So even within a team, there can be other teams. So you have the big picture, big team of everybody participating and bring the expo together. But even the promotional side, that is a team just for making that happen. So we have a team meeting this coming Sunday, but I have again a graphic designer who is going to design the flyer slash postcard. Then that is going to be submitted to a company who is going to actually mail those things, direct mail, the stuff that you get in your mailbox. They're going to be mailing that directly to the people's home. All I'm doing is doing what? Supplying the information. Here's what we need. Here's the name of the event. Here's what is involved, blah, blah, blah. Someone brings that to life. We take that image, that graphic that they created, send it to this company. This company does what? They does the printing. They do the they do the organizing, stuff in the envelope, whatever it may be, putting the stuff together. They send it to the post office. The post office delivers it to the people's office and homes, etc. What do? I don't have to worry about all of that. Same thing with the Facebook. We have a team that will be, that's what we're meeting on to discuss. Once the person designed this graphic, and again, this same graphic is what we're going to take and put it on Facebook. Somebody is going to actually set that up, and then we click boom, and Facebook distributes the ad for us. So Facebook is also part of our team, technically speaking. They're part of our team, even though we don't own Facebook. But again, Facebook needs our money in this case, and we also need Facebook's platform and algorithm to be able to reach people where they are with our message. That's teamwork. That's bringing project to life. That's bringing your vision to life. That's achieving a goal. That's making an impact, because so many people will be impacted when we do this event. But it took a team. So everyone who participated on the team will also be conduits, or will also be recipients of whatever the blessings are that people receive. So they themselves make a lasting impact too. Whatever impact is experienced corporately is what will each individual be experiencing as well, because they were part of the mission. They were part of the project. That's what you got to do. I know God can bless you. God, heaven does not work even alone. God doesn't do things by himself either. Now, I know you say, yeah, God has a whole lot of power, but no, God has billions of angels available at his command. And when he says to do things, God uses angels, God uses people to get the work done. God doesn't even have to lift a finger himself to get anything done. Why? Because he's a king, King of kings, a Lord of lords. He is the governor of the heavenly kingdom, as it were. So he himself does not need to do the things. What he does, though, he empowers, he equips, and he enables. But again, other people on God's heavenly team carries out the mission and vision of Almighty God. You have to do the same, because you and I are created in his image. Wow, feel like preaching. Alrighty, family, I will see you on next week. May God richly bless you. Enjoy the weekend. Take care. Love you all. Bye-bye.